I wish. I mean, get on some fucking Rosetta Stone or find me a little Hispanic shorty or something, man.
Yeah, that's what you need. I think that's what you need, bro. You need a Hispanic shorty, man.
Bro, hey, where are you?
Get out, my guy, man, for real.
Hell no. Right.
What's good, bro?
How you feeling?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, bro. Can't complain. Ready to get interviewed.
I'm on my way.
Yeah.
And I got us better mics.
Okay. What is so?
Try to tell the people that, you know.
We're not fans, you are.
This shit is dope. It's like kicking it with the homies on camera, just talking shit. I
Yeah.
love this. I love this kind of format. Like, I feel like this is what it's all about. Like, just chilling, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Just having a good time.
That was my thought behind it, and I'm like, let's see if it'll work, and it kind of worked.
Yeah.
I launched it. I put up the page, like I already had, cause I have this other thing, like this beer pong thing.
Yeah.
So I just changed the page name, and then I posted like, yo, you guys are gonna start seeing me post about a podcast, like.
Hey,
Feel free to
if
follow,
you like to
like,
drink,
you know, if you don't, you know, and no one unfollowed, I don't think, but like, you know, so yeah,
Okay.
but you ready to go or what?
Yeah, let's get it cracking,
Alright.
man.
I'm gonna just do a little intro.
Yeah, let's get it, man.
Alright, vamos. Welcome back to another episode of Hear Me and Beer Me. Today, I'm joined by a very special guest here at Taste of Belize.
My dog.
You gotta hear him. You gotta beer him. Jay Lipson, thanks for coming out.
I appreciate you having me, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, bro, for coming out. How you feeling?
Yeah, well, bro, I can't complain. You know, we're at the spot. I appreciate you coming to the spot. I'm mad we're closed. I would have got you some food today, but you
It's
gotta
all
come
good.
back sometime this week and I'm gonna get you a plate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back
Yeah,
for sure and
for sure.
try it. We were talking about it since
Yeah.
the last time I came. Like, man, like, what is Belizean food like? You know?
Yeah, I mean, Caribbean food is so fire. I mean, obviously because I grew up eating it, so it's like it's funny saying that. But
Yeah.
like stewed chicken, jerk chicken, like rice and beans. It's very similar to like literally Jamaican food. And I think
Okay.
like here, I think we kind of talked about it a little bit on camera. Like it's a lot of Jamaican people and it's a big Caribbean community out here, and it's kind of crazy because a lot of people every time I tell them that they're like, really? So it's dope though. It's dope. It's amazing. But I don't know what to get you. Like I don't know if I should get you the stewed chicken because that's like a classic. Like my mom made that shit every week,
Yeah,
and like you had to eat the leftovers or she's not cooking something else type shit, and it was so good. Or you can do like a jerk or oxtails, but I try not to scare people away with the oxtails because I feel like you either like that or you don't. Like texture wise, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't honestly, dude. I don't think I've ever tried like for real like any Belizean food like at all. Yeah, so that's why like I'm kind of like in a way I really do want to try it. You know, I want to see what it's like. Like I've seen it and I you know looked into it, but yeah, like I would want like what like if we went to Belize and you were like, oh bro, like you got this is the first thing you gotta try. Like that's what I
stewed chicken.
It would be the
100%.
stewed chicken
For sure, bro. Because everybody's cooking that. Like everybody, that's like the classic. It might be like the fucking dish of Belize. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I really think that like that's literally what everybody's eating. So definitely just stewed chicken with like some rice and beans. And then I know everyone's kind of like me. I'm always afraid of like trying to do potato salad. It's just like my thing. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I feel like Belizean potato salad is fire. And it's like every time you go to a barbecue, I'm always like, if the potato salad is hidden, I know everything else is gonna be good. So, but you gotta try it though for sure. The stewed chicken and potato salad. Yeah.
Wait, so and I meant to ask you. So you kind of run the spot, like it's your family spot.
Yeah,
you know, whatever.
yeah.
What do you cook here though? Like
I don't, bro. I don't.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
a
was
good
about to say,
question,
you
though.
be throwing down.
Bro,
That's
I'm here this bitch cooking up, man. That shit is funny. I wish I did, bro. I feel like if I really had to, I probably could get down like I know recipes and shit. But no, I don't cook, bro. We have some of the ladies here that cook that are like they're Belizean as well. They grew up, you know, cooking the same stuff. So we try to keep it as authentic as possible. And it's kind of crazy because back in Belize, like before I was even born, my grandma had a small little restaurant in Belize, and it's just kind of funny, like that. You know, my mom came to America and she opened up. We used to have a different restaurant downtown Waukegan. It was a dine-in restaurant. This is only carry out for the people that are watching, and it didn't really last long. So it didn't. I think they had it open for probably like a year, bro, and it didn't. It just didn't do shit, and they didn't get discouraged, and they opened up this one, and it just went really well, man. It went really well. But I just always think it's funny that like my grandmother had a restaurant, and then my mom came to America and kind of gave that shit a chance. And like, look at us now, almost 10 years later. So it's dope. It's dope.
10 years here now?
Yeah, bro.
So you guys had that spot, that dining spot, like about 10 years ago or so?
Man,
Maybe
honestly, it was probably like maybe like 15 years ago, because they had it for like not even a year. It didn't really go well.
Uh-huh.
And then I think just the idea of even having a restaurant was something my mom didn't even want to do anymore. And I remember, you know, we had a bar, a reggae bar at one point too. Actually, we used to be right next door. And I don't know, bro. I think they still had like the LLC or whatever. And then some things came up, and she was like, "Fuck it, let's give it another shot." And it worked, you know. And I think next month will be 9 years that we've been here. So
that's sick.
I'm glad. I think the dining stuff is hard. Like, I think unless you have like a good group of people and you know a good system and you already know what to do, I think you could definitely pull that off. But for us, like, my mom didn't really have nobody, you know. She had like a couple friends working for her and shit like that. So I understand how it didn't work. But trial and error though, so you know, it works out.
Yeah. I mean that's like you said, maybe she got a little discouraged, but just the fact that she was like, you know what, let's do it again. Let's do it different this time.
Yeah.
And like it ended up working out.
It worked out. This shit used to be a Domino's. On some funny shit.
You know what?
Do you remember that shit?
Someone told me that. They're like, yeah, they used to be the old Domino's, but I don't think I ever came to the old Domino's. So this was just Domino's that just carry out?
Yeah, bro. Back in the day, it's so funny. I feel old. Like I think all the Domino's back in the day were literally just like a little spot like this, where you could just walk in and pick your pizza up and get your fucking by there. So that's what this was, and it worked out, man. You know, they had a cooler here and shit, and it worked out, man. Less money, less overhead.
You know what though? Then they transitioned to like restaurants, and I feel like now they got these big ass spots, but no one goes, so they almost want to go back. They want to go back to just carry out. Pizza
Hut was like that too, though.
It was
back in the day.
Yeah, it was jumping though. It was like they had the buffet.
The buffet was cracking, bro.
Right?
You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying.
If I could go back to those days, like
facts, bro. Do you remember fucking being in school when you got to read and they gave you like the
personal
yes, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Hell yeah.
My mom would take me out. Beg my mom to take me to the fucking Pizza Hut right there on Sunset, bro. We'd go in there and fuck that buffet up, man. Good times.
Yeah, you'd get them. I think they're giving to you like on a Friday.
Yeah, a little scholastic fucking book fair shit. That shit was fire.
And we're sounding real old at the end.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good times. Hey, people gotta hear about this shit. That's good.
Yeah, and you know what? I used to go like even better, right? I used to go there, like with the fam. I used to get my free personal, right? And then we did a Blockbuster next door above it. You know what I'm talking about?
Talking my language, bro.
Get a movie.
Stop, bro. Great times. I used to beg my mom, bro, to take me to fucking what was that shit called? It was Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
What was the spot? It was a game store connected to was it War Crazy or some shit?
Are you talking about a pizza spot?
No, I'm talking about to rent like movies and games. It was a Hollywood Video, but right next attached to it was like a game spot. And we go there and rent movies and rent video games and shit. But you know, growing up, like, you didn't download games and shit like that. I had to beg my mom to take me to go get a little game for the weekend. But that's a solid Friday night. What you just said.
Yeah, that's a solid weekend because they could get the game and you played it Friday, Saturday. Sunday morning you already like beat the game and then it was time to return it. You know what I mean?
That's a good weekend.
Man, I feel like I'm feeling nostalgic as hell right now,
bro. Hell yeah.
No lie.
That was good times, man. You got me thinking and shit. I used to drive my mom crazy asking her to take me to fucking GameStop and shit like that. I mean, not GameStop, the Hollywood Video. But hell yeah. That shit's funny.
Now that we're kind of touching though, like on your childhood, right? Like I kind of want to ask you, how long have you been doing? Because for those that don't know, he also makes music.
Yeah.
And bro, I can't even lie. Like I kind of like I listen to a lot more reggaeton, right? Like,
hell yeah.
Like that's kind of like my bread and butter right there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's been like 3 days now that I've just kind of been bumping your stuff, bro. And do you got some bangers, dude? No lie, like some bangers for real.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to ask you though, like, how is it that like you came about doing that? Like, what attracted you to? I mean, because we're all attracted to music,
for sure.
But I knew I was never gonna hop on the mic because I didn't have it.
You probably got some songs tucked away, man. Some reggaeton songs tucked away, man.
What if I told you I got some like freestyles, like
from
like 7th grade and shit, bro?
Oh man, the people want it. The people want to hear it, man. Tell them to drop it, man. Tell them to drop it.
Yeah, I might.
Hey, come on. Yeah, I feel like everybody does it though. But as far as like how it started, man, I really I always loved music. I think everyone does, right, growing up and shit. I don't know, bro. I remember always like freestyling with my cousins. Like, I mean, we're like 14, 15, drinking 40s when we shouldn't be, you know, drinking and smoking and shit like that, and just freestyling. And so, like, I always used to write music down, even though it was kind of trash at the time. But it was just a way to kind of express myself and talk shit and kind of like a little swag, you know what I mean? And it's funny, like, I always remember going, Kush and Orange Juice had dropped. Wiz had dropped Kush and Orange Juice, bro. And he had a show at the Rave. And I remember we drove up there, bro. We smoked hella fucking weed.
What if I told you I was there too?
Let me find out, bro. That was a legendary show. What? That was like, was that like 09 or some shit like that?
Around there.
Yeah. That time was crazy, bro. That was like a crazy ass time. Like that time, I feel like 2009 and like 2011 like molded me as far as like what I want to do musically. What kind of way I want. Like, I just knew that's what I wanted to do. But yeah, we just got high as fuck. I remember going to that show, bro, and we waited in line for like an hour and a half just to get up front. And Wiz is like literally as close as we are. And it just changed my life, man. I remember being like, you know what, this is some fly shit, and I want to do that. Like, that was it. It just kind of like hit home. I was like, I'm gonna do that shit, and that was it, bro.
That's it. That you had a moment, like there was a moment that brought that. That's crazy.
Like a little kid in a candy store or some shit. I don't know, bro. I guess it's no different than like a kid going to an NBA game and being like, I want to be like Bron or something. You know? So it was kind of like that was literally the moment, and similar kind of situation. I remember I went to like Dom Kennedy's one of my favorite rappers of all time, and I remember I went to see him. I want to say the same year, bro, and I waited like an hour down at Reggie's in the city to get there for the doors to open. And before, like, nobody was there. That's how early I got there. And this man pulled up in his van, his tour van, and I got to chop it up with him, shake up with him, and that shit changed my fucking life, bro. Like, I literally got to meet. I mean, From the West Side with Love was like one of my favorite mixtapes he ever dropped, and I just remember listening to that shit in my room, bro, on some player shit. It was just like some smooth, just, I don't know, man, I don't know how to explain it, but then meeting him right after I heard that project, it just changed my life.
Yeah, I bet. I could imagine a moment like that, you know?
It was dope.
The one thing that I regret is, do you remember Mac Miller came around that same time?
Hell yeah.
I had a ticket to it. I didn't go. I don't remember why I didn't go. And that was kind of the only.
We gotta know, what did you do instead of going to the back?
Bro, I'm saying that was like around when like Kids was out, you know.
Bro, that's a legendary time.
Yeah,
all that shit was fire, dude. Man, I love, man. Pittsburgh was busting. Wiz was on the run. Mac Miller was on the run. What was it like? All them sledgering beats, like it was just crazy.
I have an important question though.
Yeah.
You were you Taylor Gang or Brick Squad?
You making me pick sides, man. I was neutral.
You're right.
I fuck with everybody, man. I fuck with what my ears like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that was a funny some were serious, and then they get more down to like you were in middle school. I was in middle school. You were probably in high school around that time. Where, like, you know, it was like you Brick Squad.
It was life or death and shit.
It's like, man, you either rocking Chuck Taylors or like you got the forces on.
That's real shit though. I remember that shit, bro. That shit is funny, man. Good times. Good times.
Yeah. I feel like we're getting very nostalgic here.
Hell yeah.
But that's what it's about, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
I feel like it like etches you and molds you into what you eventually do, you know, or become.
It was good, bro. I'll never forget those times, bro. And I always tell people, like, people always ask me, like, what do I listen to? And I try to keep up with new music, but I feel like I'm stuck in, like, early 2000s rap all the way up to, like, you know, that 2011, 09, West Coast, that kind of vibe. But I don't know, it's just timeless, that kind of stuff. I think everybody falls in love with a certain era, like even 80s music, bro. I'll just listen to like 80s R&B, anything, from Earth, Wind and Fire, like anything. So I just love that kind of shit.
Yeah. No, that's interesting though that you say that you think people kind of like gravitate towards a certain era, right? Because if you think about like our parents or like grandparents, like that happens to them. And I think as we get older, because when you're growing up, I feel like it's always like all the new shit. Like I'm always into the new shit, right?
Yeah.
But now that I'm kind of like I'm hitting my 30s, I'm gonna age myself, you know.
That's all right. I was about to say 22, 24.
Yeah, you do start to kind of like like this was my like.
That was the time.
Yeah, this is my time, and like I feel like when I'm like 40, 50,
still
I'm gonna
shit,
look
bro.
back, and it's always gonna be that. You know, obviously there's like music along the way, but there's just an era that kind of molds you, and it's like that's my shit. You know,
you hit it on the head, bro.
And you just don't let it go.
Yeah, I just don't. I can't. You can't. I feel like I'll be 50 still listening to fucking Cushion Orange Juice and the same Dom Kennedy songs.
Yeah.
Literally like once a week I'm listening to that shit. It's no different than like those Sundays when your mom was cleaning up the house and had whatever playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like whatever that was, that time for her, it's kind of like we have our time as well. So.
Yeah, but that's crazy you say that because whatever your parents listen to, you also kind of like you got it back there, you know.
Yeah.
Just like for example, some of my friends like they'll either have like younger parents because my parents are like a little on the older side, or whatever. They'll have younger parents and they grew up to like different music than I did.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of like all one and the same. It just kind of goes off what your parents were on, you know, and then like you miss out on some of the other ones. Like you know, that's not really what I listen to.
It's kind of funny you say that. Like I was the oldest out of my siblings, and I feel like my parents didn't really listen to like hip hop or rap like that. So my mom was like, you know, they speak Spanish and all that, so she was listening to like more Spanish music. My pops, I'm not sure. It's kind of funny. I feel like my dad was listening to like some heavy metal, like Metallica and shit. Like he was on this crazy like rock.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, so like, or like just alternative rock and that kind of shit. So I really don't know where like the love for hip hop came, bro. I don't know, like. Just growing up, being the oldest, and then starting to go to school, like I'm not sure about you, but like I'm first generation Belizean American. So like my parents didn't go to school out here. So like, you know, you start going to school and you meet friends and shit, you start listening to shit. And I think that's really where I kind of caught that ear for just like hip hop and R&B. I feel like R&B was probably like the first like genre that I really fell in love with first.
That's sick. I mean, everyone chooses kind of their own path, you know? But yeah, same. Like my parents didn't grow up here. Like you know, they didn't go to school out here. Yeah. But I have this one moment like etched in my brain where like it was 5th grade, bro. We went on this like field trip, right?
Where'd y'all go? Where's the field trip?
Man, honestly, I don't really remember, but I know we're on the bus. We're going to this field trip, right? And it honestly probably was on the way back already because I remember everyone was kind of like, you know how on the way there everyone's all loud.
Everyone's hyped,
yeah. But then on the way back everyone's kind of calm, like
everyone's tired.
You're right.
Everyone's beat. They had a good ass trip.
Hell yeah. So we're on the way back, and I got my not even MP3, like the disc,
probably
like
fucking
CD, like
good times.
Yeah,
they had a little CD player and shit.
Yeah, CD player. I had like my little like kind of like this. The headphones are kind of like.
Oh, you talking about little joints that go over your head? They just go in the ears.
Yeah, bro, like that, and that's what I'm listening to, right? And someone's like, "Hey, what are you listening to?" You know?
Yeah.
And I was listening to reggaeton because like I like that a lot, but like, and that was the first time like I kind of got fried, bro.
Yeah.
Because they're like, man, like that Mexican, that beanie and shit, right?
Yeah.
But like,
was it a black homie?
Man, it was.
I was trying to fry, man. It's all right, though. It's all right.
But it's funny because like that shit's not even Mexican. It's just like Spanish, you know. But that's just whatever. And then kind of like I remember after that, I kind of tried to be low key, like listening.
Oh, you thought it wasn't cool?
Yeah, like I started to feel like it wasn't cool.
It's crazy.
So I kind of had to hide that side that I liked it, you know. And then like as time went by, like
what's going on, bro? I didn't know that door was open. We closed today, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll find. Come see me tomorrow. I'm here tomorrow. Cool. I got you. 3 o'clock.
All right.
I got you, bro. Be safe. Yep. Damn, I thought I locked that door. Let me lock it real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
We good.
Shit, that's funny, dude.
Yeah. He was on some. I need some oxtails.
Yeah.
Bro, it's getting hot as fuck in here again.
I feel a little good right now, but we should pop one of these open.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
I don't even know. Are we rolling still? We still rolling?
Yeah, we're still rolling. Yeah, we're still rolling. Dude,
how you got chopped up on the bus, man? You was getting fried on the bus, bro.
Man, I was hoping we would move on and shit, you know? Yeah, bro, he got me, man. I'm just like, this shit whack, like, this shit lame, you know? And eventually, like, you know, found my way back, and I'm like, fuck that.
Like that.
This shit fire, you know? You trying to pop one of these open or what?
Yeah. Bro, I got a similar story. Like, whole time, I used to like Blink 182. I still do, man. Shout out to the people that listen to Blink 182. That shit fire. But I remember one time listening to that shit. Appreciate you.
He's about to hit it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little warm in here.
Yeah, it's a little warm, man. Cheers, real quick.
Yeah, cheers. That's my favorite thing, bro.
Come on, cheers, bro. Appreciate you. Oh, my God. Damn, I needed that shit.
They got a little warm, too. Can't even lie. man.
No, it's cool though. It's cool.
I mean,
we'll just drink fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
alright.
But you got chopped up about
The Blink-182 shit, bro. I forgot where I was at. Somebody was like, why the fuck are you listening to that shit? And same thing, my homies always making fun of me. And then for a long time, too, I was like, I can't let people know that I listen to this shit, you know?
Yeah,
so
you convinced yourself, too.
Yeah, I understood, like, I understand, like, how you felt, bro. Like, that shit was embarrassing.
So you grew up then here, like in Waukegan, or you told me you went to Zion, right? Like was that high school there?
Yeah, I went to high school in Zion. I went to middle school out there too, but a lot of my family was in Waukegan, literally like all around here where the restaurants at. So I was here probably like up till 5th grade, and then I moved out there, went to middle school and high school out there. But it's kind of funny because I always tell people, like, even though I went to Zion, like, Zion got out of school, I want to say like 30 minutes before Waukegan got out.
Uh-huh.
So that was like the thing. I get out of school and like just catch a ride with my friend and run straight over here to whatever campus like all my homies were at.
Yeah.
And just wait for everybody to get out of school.
And
like
just kick it after.
Yeah, I knew it. It's like I knew more people over here than over there, but it's just kind of funny. Like even across the street from here, when that used to be Taco Bell, that Georgia spot. Yeah, we used to all go right there and kick with everybody after school. So it was nice. Like, still knowing everybody from Waukegan and also from Zion, but I feel like Waukegan definitely has like a special place in my heart for sure.
Okay. So you've been here then, like basically your whole life, or you came from like a different state or anything?
Yeah, I was born in Queens, in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my dad's side of the family, all scattered around New York, Brooklyn, Harlem, Queens. But when I was a shorty, I was really young. It was like, I guess my mom always tells me like it was really bad out there, so she just didn't want me to grow up, you know, in New York, whatever.
Yeah.
And I get it though, you know, big city. My mom's straight out of Belize. She's like barely 20 years old. She's like, you know, let me come over here, which she had more family over here. So we moved here. I want to say I was young then, probably like 2 or 3 years old. So I do go back every now and then to visit my dad's side of the family. So it's nice, man. It's nice. I love New York. I always wonder what would have happened if I was staying in New York.
Like what would you be like, you know, like
you know,
kind of embracing that culture from over there?
Yeah, selling drugs. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Ain't no telling, bro. I don't know. Because I always see, like, I was literally born in, like, right in Jamaica, Queens, which is, like, when I think of, like, Jamaica, Queens, like, Jamaica Avenue is where we live, which is, like, 50 Cent, Nas, Action Bronson, Nicki Minaj. Like, it's so, the culture out there is so crazy. I'm always, like, I don't know, would I have fell in love with rap just like I did over here, out there? Probably. Yeah. I don't know. You know, ain't no telling, so.
I mean, at a certain point, it's almost like it's inside, you know, if that's what you gravitate towards, even kind of being away from the scene, like,
yeah.
I can't even imagine being on the scene, like,
yeah,
you know,
bro.
what you would have felt like.
You know what I'm telling, man, probably would have been, I don't know, probably doing the same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
You got to Belize too, or not?
September it was amazing. I'm actually going back in July. But yeah, bro, Belize is amazing, bro. It's beautiful. It's a little too hot for me, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it's great though, it's great. Like, just going out there, seeing where my family's from, and you probably do that as well when you go to Mexico, seeing like where your family's from, and just a complete opposite life that they lived. I don't know, man, it's just like a good time to reflect and recharge, and I don't know, it always feels good going to Belize, and when I come back, I just feel super motivated. It's nice.
Yeah, no, I bet. That's true. You make a good point about, like, you come back and you feel like different, you know.
I gotta take this hoodie off. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah,
y'all don't even know it's hot as fuck in the restaurants.
It was worse when, like, you know, we first started, bro. And I was gonna wear it, no lie. I was gonna come like jacket, like.
Yeah, look at me. I'm like, man. I'm like, shit. It's hot as hell.
What part of Belize do you go out there to? Like, to your hometown, or do you kind of go like to a vacation spot, or is your hometown like a vacation spot?
No, so my mom is from Cayo, which is like when you get to Belize, it's more inland. And my stepdad is from the city. So when we go, it just depends. Like, they still have some property and stuff out there. It's kind of crazy because, like, literally everybody from my mom's side is basically over here now. So it's almost like we made it. You know what I mean? Like, so like it's not. And if you really think about it, like, some parts of Belize, man, it's still like really like on some third world country type shit. You know what I mean? There's still people living in like little shacks and huts and stuff like that. So. We do, depending on what we have planned, but the last time that I was out there, we did like straight tourism. Like, we landed and we did like the islands and jet skiing and island hopping and drinking and all that kind of stuff. And that was like the first time I got to really see that side of Belize where you can just see what all the tourism's about. And
Yeah.
it was beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like getting fishing and getting lobsters and crabs and cooking it and eating it right there. It was amazing, bro. It was amazing. I can't wait to go back and do the same thing.
And you're going again to a vacation spot when you're going this time?
Yeah, so the last time we went, my brothers didn't get a chance to go. So I think this time around they're gonna go and my mom wants to kind of show them, they get to see that. They're a little younger, so I guess now they can, they're old enough to understand and see it, so
okay. Got it. Yeah, no, bro, that third world country shit, like, you do see a lot of that in Mexico too, like, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But it's more like, we drive by it, like, going, but it's like, bro, it's crazy, like,
bro.
That's kind of why I feel like you're saying, like, oh, you kind of come back, like, motivated.
Oh, for
like,
sure,
you
bro.
kind of feel like, damn, like.
Yes, it does. Like, what did your parents do growing up? Like, if you don't mind me asking, like.
My dad, it's funny, he was telling me the story a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Like, he always tells me, like, once a year maybe.
Yeah.
And there's always, like, a new thing that, like.
Reminding you and shit.
Yeah. But
forget where you came from and shit.
Yeah, but he grew up and just kind of worked out in the field, like, kind of picking, like,
like labor, physical labor.
Physical labor. He said he started when he was 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bro.
And he did that probably till he was like 17, he said.
Damn.
And then it got to a point where it was like, you know what, like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing here, and then fucking came out here.
Yeah.
And just kind of grinded,
Shout out to your pops.
What did your parents do out there?
That's dope, man. That's crazy. Man, my dad, kind of similar situation. My dad, he was the youngest of like, fuck, I hope I don't get this wrong, but it was like 18 kids or something like that. Yeah, it was like a crazy. It might have been 21, but I want to say 8, bro. It was insane.
They really didn't have TV.
Oh no, they was not fucking around, bro. They was they were just fucking having kids and having them work on land and shit. Like that was literally what.
But that was the point, though, right? To
Yeah.
have that many kids, so you could have like.
I guess, bro. I
That's
guess.
crazy.
But it's very similar. He did the same thing, bro. He stopped going to school when he was like fucking 10, 11, and just worked, man. Just worked. So his family had like they had like a butcher meat market type shop or whatever. So he did that kind of stuff. But he's real old school, man. He's like real hands on. He was always like working on cars or like carpentry or any kind of like physical type of work. And same situation, he just got to the point where he was like, I'm just gonna come out here. And so my uncle, his older brother, was already in New York. And so he was like, man, you come out here, you can work with me. He kind of already had his little business going on. I want to say it was like, it might have been plumbing or AC or heating or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. My pops came out here and he just started working, and that was it. And, he met my mom out there. My mom was young, bro, when she came over here. So I'm not really sure what she was doing now that I think about it. They kind of had it hard too. So like, my mom's side of the family, all the kids were just going to school and working and trying to like make ends meet. So when she met my dad, I think she just came here quick to start a better life. So it worked out. Yeah.
No, that's it. That's crazy. We kind of like, at least our parents, they had the same situation. Because my mom, same. She was like very young.
Yeah.
They didn't really like do stuff over there like that, like work wise. And her dad was out. I'm like throwing my mom's like whole life on here.
Shout out to your mom, man. Shout out to your mom.
But her dad was out here, so he like kind of brought her out here or whatever, and then she just stayed here. But what's funny about that is like, where my parents are from, they're from the same town in Mexico.
Okay.
Both my parents. Right?
Okay.
So it's, I don't know, like, what's the population like? Maybe like, I want to say
like 300.
I want to say maybe like 3,000, bro. I mean, that's not a lot, right? Like 3,000.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I might be making that up though, but like it's not big, you know.
Yeah.
But they never knew each other out there. Like they
they didn't meet till they got out here?
They met out here.
Oh shit.
Like how does that even happen, you know?
God.
It's just like, how are you guys in this small spot and then out of everywhere, like in the United States of America?
That's fire, though.
You guys choose to like
The same area.
Yeah,
that's fire, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's fire.
But yeah, that's kind of like the funny thing about that.
That's cool though. I fuck with that.
So you're like full Belizean then? I mean, you were born here, but your parents are like...
both of my parents are like straight Belizean, and it's funny because like I get it all the time. You look Filipino, you look Chinese. Sometimes I get Mexican or whatever.
You got like a little like it's hard to grasp like what
kind of Hispanic or whatever. But I really get it from my dad's side of the family, bro. Like they're like straight Mayan. Like my ancestors are like really Mayan. Like even my last name, like it's. If you see my dad looks like a fucking Mayan, long haired, like that tan, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of my uncles and the men on the side, my dad's side of the family, they all look like that. So it's kind of like I got some Mexican homies where like their parents look Chinese, like they got the little eyes and shit. You know what I mean? So it's I kind of compare it like that, but that's where I get it from.
I can see like Hawaiian too. Like,
I get that all the time.
You know, like kind of like some Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that shit all the time, man, all the time. There's people who are like, you shouldn't be gambling on the game, and I'm like, dog, I already love basketball. Let's make it more exciting. Fuck it, like
you know what I will say though.
Yeah.
I think if I could go back, and like never have gambled, I would have just never gambled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like not ruin it for you, like
you know why? Yeah, because now I'm like watching the fucking.
You're looking at the spread and all
that
shit.
I'm watching the Jaguars and I'm watching the fucking Eagles, like
tennis and shit.
Yeah, I'm watching a random game and I'm like, man, what's the over,
bro?
What's the over at right now?
It's happened. It's happened.
And then I hop in and I'm like invested, but it feels so good too though to be invested. Bro. But back then, I feel like I was always invested regardless.
For sure.
Now, though, I can't go back. Like, once you go in, you can't go back.
It's facts, bro.
Like, now I can't go back. Like, how did I enjoy just the fucking Thursday night game with the Titans and the Jaguars?
Yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
But, like, now I'm like...
You're like, now I love it. Now I just...
like, like, it's tied third
money's
quarter.
On the fucking line now.
Yeah, it's tied third quarter, and I'm like...
That's fucking funny,
bro. Their line's only 2.5 right now.
Hey, man. Hey, I feel it.
Right now, I kind of feel like I gotta call that number.
You should, bro. we gonna call it right here on the pod, bro. We gonna
right now. Call them live.
We gonna call, man.
What is it like? Just like they just answer like, hey, like thanks for calling, like 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are we rolling? Are we rolling?
Yeah, we are rolling. Yeah.
This whole time I thought we were just talking shit.
No, we're rolling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know, man. Fuck it. I've never called. I'm not gonna lie though. I put a limit on one of my accounts, and then like, I had deleted fucking FanDuel for like 2 months on some upset shit. But then I fuck around and got the ESPN app because they had like a crazy deposit match.
Promo going.
Yeah,
bro.
They got you right back in, bro. I was like, fuck, man. But yeah, the gambling shit is fucking.
I was like looking through your page, right?
Yeah.
And I see this video, bro, and I'm like, what is this? It's kind of interesting, you know?
Yeah. And was it a video of me dunking?
No. Oh, you had one of them?
No, I can't. I'm lying.
You should have just went along with it.
Hell no. I wish I could. I could touch the rim though, you know what I'm saying?
It was you went like on a trivia show, bro. Like a YouTube trivia.
Oh man, yeah, it was one of my homies. He has a podcast as well. He was doing like the segments of like just trivia shows. So like that day was NBA.
Yeah, who the fuck is Scott Skiles?
Bro, you don't know who Scott Skiles is?
No,
bro?
dude.
What? He was fucking trash. He was our coach. He was the coach for the Bulls, like, fuck, man, probably like 06 to like 08. I could be botching that fucking thing. But he was like Baby Bulls, Ben Gordon, Kirk Heinrich, like.
And he was a coach?
He was a coach. He was ass, bro. He was fucking garbage.
What is that?
But he has the record for like the most assists ever in a game. And he used to play for the Magic. He was a point guard.
So because I was very intrigued, right? Before you went on this trivia show, you like did homework or you just knew that?
Oh, hell no, bro. I love basketball. That's why my guy called me. He was like, yo.
That's crazy.
Do you want to come on this episode?
How do you just have that in the bag?
I don't know, bro. It's like a little encyclopedia and shit.
You knew the team, you knew the player.
Bro, I've been watching basketball for like, I don't even know, maybe like 15 years now. Like, I don't even know. I mean, I'm a little older now, but like, I don't know. Ever since I was like in middle school, I just fell in love. I love basketball, bro. Like, I'll be at the crib watching games all day.
What if I told you like I got some trivia for you?
Come on, bro. Stop.
For real?
Let's see.
Serious.
Let's see. Come on. Let's see.
You know what? I just Googled it. That's what I did. I was like, and I knew the second answer.
Yeah.
So I was like, this ain't that hard. Like he has to know. Like if I knew, you know.
Okay.
Actually, you just don't know.
Right. On some man, I don't know.
Okay, so this is the first one that I didn't know.
Let's hear it.
Alright, so the question, bro, if you know these, it's gonna be crazy.
Come on, man, let's get it cracking. I can't disappoint y'all.
Alright, so but to be fair though, like, do you know like an era? Like, obviously, I can't go back to like the 40s, you know? Like, I mean, shit like that.
I think like basic basketball history, like milestones and shit, like Will Chamberlain and shit like that. Whatever, like you know stuff like that. But if you ask me like a fucking stat from like a Celtics player from like the 50s, I'd be like, bro, I don't know.
Okay,
You
so
know?
this question is, who's the only team to defeat the Celtics at Boston Garden during the 1985-86 season?
Oh my god.
See, I feel like that's too like,
that's crazy. 95, 96 season?
yeah, I guess they only lost once that year at home.
Jesus. Bro, that's a wild one. I don't know. I don't know that
Right.
one.
So I guess that's the Trailblazers.
There's a
But that's
Trailblazers?
like yeah,
That's tough. That's a tough
yeah,
question.
like you weren't
though,
even born. We weren't even
Yeah,
born.
we're like
you know?
fucking in diapers and shit.
All right, so here's this one. George Gavin had the most points in the quarter, and his record was broken in 2015 by this player.
Oh, Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
61 points.
Clay, yeah. In a quarter though, he had.
Oh, no. In the corner, it was looking like 40 something or some shit
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was
against the Bulls. low-key.
37. It was against the Bulls.
I think it was.
It had to be.
Bro, he
Fuck,
busted the
man.
Bulls' ass one day. No, that might have been the same season, but he dropped like 60 one year on the Bulls, and that shit was embarrassing.
I can't believe he busted us like that.
Bro,
I feel
everybody
like
fucks us, bro.
I feel like sometimes I see like highlights or
Yeah.
like tapes, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like always my teams. Like it's always like against the Bears, like some have
Always.
Bears. It's always against
Bro.
the Bulls. Like
The Bulls, bro, they break my heart every fucking year, bro. I love the Bulls, but damn.
I should have asked you this question from the jump.
No, what's up?
Who's the GOAT?
Man, you gonna make people hate me, bro. Damn.
Oh no. bro.
Oh man, you know what? All my homies, we always argue about this shit.
You're not about to say what I
I'm
think
gonna
about.
say it, bro. My goal.
You know what though?
We're gonna end this. We're gonna end the pod right now. It's done.
There
It
you
was
guys
good.
are
It was a
tuning
good
in.
episode, right?
Make sure to hit that subscribe and
All right, man. All right.
yeah.
No, I think Bron is the GOAT, bro. And trust me, like, hear me out, man. Hear me out. For years, that man broke my heart as a Bulls fan,
Yeah.
right? Fucking, we could never get past him when we had D Rose, we had Noah.
Dang.
Yeah, bro, we couldn't
Yeah.
get past him ever. And then even when the Bulls weren't good, like, this man just was unfucking stoppable, bro. Like, nobody could stop. And I hated him. I really didn't like that man. I hated him because he beat us every year. We couldn't beat him. And I don't know. It just got to a point where it's like, bro, you gotta accept greatness. Like, the man he's fucking good. You know, you go to Miami, you get those chips, you come back home. The Cleveland chip was crazy. Beating that Warriors team, being down 1-3. That's when I was like, yo, this man is the fucking GOAT. No team has ever done that. Yeah, that was it, bro. Then now, the leading scorer in the NBA, like, bro, he's literally like top 5 in every like major stat. Like, it's just. And I mean, we were too young to see Jordan. And
Yeah.
you know where we live out here, obviously Illinois, Chicago. It's like, obviously Jordan's a GOAT. So I'm not upset when someone says Jordan's a GOAT. I feel like depending on who you ask, I'm okay with him or Bron being 1 or 2. It's totally fine. But for me, seeing Bron and just seeing what he's done, I mean, he's a fucking monster, bro. He's huge. This man's almost 40 years old and he's still dropping 30, 25. Like, he's I saw this thing where it was like, LeBron getting older is turning into a prime Magic Johnson. And I was like,
man.
that's just funny. It's true, because
Yeah.
he's getting like 10 assists a game
Yeah,
and
no,
shit.
he like it's like his football or his like he matured in basketball.
His basketball
You know?
IQ was
Yeah.
fucking insane. Yeah, I've seen him just beat teams up, bro. He's a monster, bro.
Nah, honestly though, like I don't like, and I feel like this way about football too. I think you can pick a goal out of like the entire sport.
Yeah, you
I feel like
can.
it's by eras.
For sure,
Because
100%.
like basketball back then was way fucking different.
Bro,
than it is
yes.
now. Like, you could almost say it's like a completely different sport.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
like they just the way that they like the threes, like now
Threes.
it's like you know,
There was like
like,
literally
just
not
that.
3-point. There weren't 3-point shooters like they were, but that wasn't a big
Yeah, nothing
significant
like
part of
now.
the
Like,
offense.
yeah, exactly.
So hard to
Football
forget.
too, bro. Like dudes were getting rocked. Quarterbacks
Oh,
were
sure,
getting
bro.
fucking concussions mid
Sure.
game. You know.
The Bears, man, we're gonna be crazy this year.
Oh,
How you feel?
man,
You got the Bears
yeah,
out.
I like that. I like
They're
that.
gonna
That's
be-
why I'm wearing it because
Yeah.
it dropped to Caleb.
Come on,
I can't
bro.
lie, I was hurt that they let go of Fields, but it wasn't
I
like
was too, but
it wasn't like I'm mad that they're like that's the route they're going. It was more like damn, like fuck, like,
he was nice though. I understand because he
you know,
showed us.
yeah,
little
yeah,
gifts.
flashes,
Yeah.
flashes of greatness. But
Yeah.
like ultimately though, I do think like
I feel like Caleb's gonna be a man, bro.
I think so too.
Just the
man.
way you like in his interviews, the way he talks, the way he carries himself, you know a
Yeah.
star when you see one.
Yeah.
Like a star in the making at least. It's
Yeah.
like Anthony Edwards. in his interviews he talking shit, but it's like that swag, that confidence.
Oh, the GOAT son?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
they
that
can put
shit.
pictures of them together.
They look alike, bro.
A lot. Like,
You
it's
gotta
kind of
get that.
scary.
You gotta get that DNA test, man. I don't fucking know, man.
I think so. And I saw, like, obviously, I don't know if it's true. There's like a theory, right? Like, his mom was
I saw that too,
aware,
bro.
like, during that time. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
man. Hey, he doesn't know his dad, but we do.
we sure do.
Before we crack open another beer, is it
Oh, yeah.
time?
It is. I think it is time.
Yeah?
It is
All right,
time.
so I basically,
Tell us what you brought.
I brought this Caribbean coconut rum straight out of Belize, y'all. If y'all ever go to Belize, I keep this at the crib, bro, for like special occasions, and it's fucking fire. I was kind of telling you earlier. It's like a Malibu, but the Belizean version of it. It's really sweet, so like, you know, not on some girly shit. None of it matters. You know what I'm saying? I drink it. It's fire. It's just good. It's good. Every time I have anybody who goes to Belize, I'm like, man, please bring me back a bottle. So
Like, you can't find it out here for real?
yeah, you can't get it in America.
Oh, sure.
Like, it's not so. You can literally only get this in Belize.
Oh, that's
So,
sick. I feel kind of honored right now. I can't lie.
Yeah, I mean, bro, look at it.
Might
Like,
tear up, no
look,
lie.
it's like that little. You can't. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's like a little pink tint to it. Like it's
Yeah,
just.
I just see it.
It's like a crazy. I don't know. It's fire, but we're gonna pour up some shots now. Just a couple shots. It's only right. The beer is hidden right now, and it's only right, man. Hold on. This smells fucking fire too, and I like drinking this shit because you really don't even need to chase it. Like it's the perfect little, you know.
Oh shit, okay.
It smells good.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it smells sweet, you
Yeah.
know. Hold on. I'm gonna get another beer too.
Here you go.
Oh shit. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. It's only right, man. It's only right.
Cheers.
Yes, sir.
Cheers to
Oh,
the
shit.
GOAT.
So cheers to Ron. Yeah. Cheers, brother. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Come on. That's pretty smooth. That's juice. That's some juice.
That is juice.
Ooh,
Nah.
no, it's all good. Ooh,
Nah, bro.
some juice.
That's
right
good.
there.
I didn't even need the chaser.
You don't. The chaser just kind of, you know what I'm saying, cleans out a little bit at the end, but it's
You
fine.
get this aftertaste, like,
It's real coconut. It's sweet. So tell the people what you're tasting right now.
bro. I feel like I'm at the beach right now.
Right, you know, a little breeze.
I'm hearing the waves. I'm hearing the waves right now.
Right. Somebody with some coconuts on the beach. Yeah, bring me like 2 of those, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how I feel right now. No
Hey,
lie.
man.
I forgot where we were for a second.
Hey.
Can't even lie.
It's, bro, I love that shit.
Hey, that was gas, for real, man.
Yeah, it's good shit, bro. I love it. And I literally drink that shit with water, like for real.
Yeah.
Or just like a little seltzer water or something. Oh man.
Does it get you fucked up though? After a while?
It doesn't everything, you know what I'm saying? Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. It
Yeah.
depends. I mean, I could drink it and not get too fucked up. There's a rum I have at the house too, so it's the same company or whatever. But just rum is just a little too harsh right now. Like, I'm not a big rum guy, but I do keep it at the crib, just sometimes. But I like that way more. It's really good.
Bro, I still taste the coke like right now.
It's fire, bro.
I just.
It's good.
My
I
bad.
love
Hold
that
on.
shit.
I cut myself out when I said coconut, and I said I still taste the coke. And like,
Let's
I
clear-
should
let's
just
clear it
clear
up.
it up.
Let's clear it
I
up.
was gonna
Let's
say coke.
clear it up.
Yeah, let's clear it up. Nah, yeah. You can still taste the coconut.
It's fire, bro.
it's not going away though. Like,
It's good.
that's
good.
what's up though.
Hell yeah. Let me know, man. Let me know.
Hey, that's
Let me know.
straight from the island, man.
Straight from the island, bro. It's good shit. I love it.
Wait, but it's not an island, don't worry. Like,
Well, there are islands on the coast of
Okay.
Belize, so
that's an
yes.
island.
Yes, still tropical vibes.
You were telling me though that like you ended up investing in like getting like your own studio like at home, right? Like,
Yeah. So I had bought a crib a few years back, and the plan was just to get a whole new studio, bro. Put a good amount of money into like actual equipment and shit. Just save some money. I always tell people. My engineer Jack Flash, shout out to my dog, man. Legendary Chicago producer, like King Louis. I mean, everybody you can think of, like influential in Chicago. He's been my engineer for like 10 years, so he always told me, man, buy your own stuff, do your own shit, save some money, and I finally did it. So, I mean, it's helped a lot, bro. If I had to, like, I can't even imagine how much money I've saved, like, having my own studio. But even just the
it's
workflow.
like an investment, you know? Like,
Yeah, for sure, bro, for sure. You know, you spend all this money going to the studio, and half the time, like, whatever you're working on there at that time, you might not even use it. You know, so now you have a different kind of workflow. And I think that was like a learning curve for me. Having access to my own studio it's a blessing and a curse because some days you want to work and then other days it's like, man, I don't even want to work. It's right there. I'll get to it later, you know. But now I just kind of let things flow, bro. Whenever I'm in that mood, like, you know, we were talking about it earlier. Last night I was up till like 4 in the morning just working on some shit. And basically the album is finished. But last night I was working on some shit. I'm like, damn, this can go on the album. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, should I add this on the album? Should I take this song off? But yeah, no, definitely invest in whatever it is you're doing, man. Whether it's like, whatever you're doing, it doesn't hurt to invest, man, for sure. And worst case scenario, you can sell that shit if you don't want to do it.
Right. And all right, now that you touched on the album, like, what can we expect? Like, it's like coming, like,
man, bro. Yeah.
Like, is there like a date? Is like TBD?
Yeah,
like, what's going on?
No, bro, it's about to drop. The album's called Remain Solid. So like, it's the first time I haven't told anybody yet.
We got some exclusive. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming out Wednesday. So
right. It's dropping tomorrow. But no, yeah, Remain Solid, man. I want to say June, bro.
Okay.
Like, it's basically done. I'm literally doing like the finishing touches, like minor little vocals and volume adjustments and shit on it. But yeah, it's done, bro. As far as like what to expect, I think a lot of people, I always pride myself in doing a little bit of everything. Like, I could do the singing shit, I could do the harmonizing shit, I could do the Drake, I could do the rap. I think this is more of like, just really strictly just rap. Like, just talking my shit. And, you know, I've been doing this shit for almost 10 years, bro. Like, I'm probably even longer. And I think, you know, I've come so far, like, as far as going to all the record labels and almost had a deal and didn't sign the deal and then signed a different kind of deal and learning that I wanted to stay independent and really getting on my Nipsey Hussle shit, bro. Like, really just really realizing the importance of owning my masters, my own shit, the restaurant here, and just being that kind of, I take pride in that shit, like being out here locally in Waukegan. I think it's dope that people can come here and chop it up with me and I can see them and hand in hand, you know what I mean? Like, really just be with the people, if that makes any sense. Because I'm still out here, bro, like I'm still out here. I don't really like, you know, I'm not really like, you know, I really keep to myself and shit, you know, getting a little older and shit, but I like being low key. But I love it, man. Waukegan is home and yeah, staying independent and kind of getting off track. But the album it's gonna be crazy, bro. Honestly, like, it's my favorite body of work I've ever put together, man. Like, it's better than the album I dropped a couple of years ago. And last year, I really just went on a single run. I dropped singles like every other month for like, I forgot what it was, maybe like 8 months or something like that. But I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
Bro, that's sick. Damn, you just saying that, like, it's your favorite piece of work, like, for you personally.
Yeah, bro.
Like, that's kind of what it's all about, you know?
Yeah,
I feel
for
like
sure.
if you invested so much into it, like, man, that's what it's all about, you know?
And I took my time with it, bro. Like, I really...
How long would you say you've been working on it? Like, when, like, whatever the oldest track is on there, like, when do you think you came up with that one?
That's a good question. It is funny because, like, as an artist, the music that you do that's unreleased gets so old to you right away. So, like, in my head, I'm like, man, that shit's old. Just drop it so we can work on some new shit.
Yeah.
But, man, honestly, I'm probably like 6-8 months old already. The oldest song.
No, you know what though? I do have like a question, like from a like non-artist, like I have no idea, right? So, what is your process when you go and you're like, okay, like this is album worthy, and this is like just kind of like a single, like what determines like, oh, like this is what I want to just drop on its own, and this is more like a piece of art that I'm putting together along other pieces of work, you know?
No, that's a good question, bro, because sometimes I ask myself that same fucking question. So I think last year I went on a single run strictly because I understood like people's attention span is not really there anymore, you know? Like if I'm trying to catch a new fan, I don't think they want to go and listen to a whole Jay Lifton project. I think they want to just hear a couple songs here and there. So my thought process last year was really just hitting them with singles. And my best songs that I was knocking out, I was just pumping them out. And it worked. It was a good, it was a good way to just kind of stay consistent. Kind of what we talked about, dropping clips and stuff like that.
Right.
Same kind of concept. But as far as for the album, I don't really think I like clicked and said I'm getting into album mode until I had like a folder full of songs, and I was like, man, I really took my time for like 8 months to just knock music out. I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's get into that mode. Let's pick the songs that I really like, work on some new ones, put them together, and whatever is like as cohesive and flowing, That's gonna be the album. That's gonna be the theme, and that's really how this one came about, at least.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. The beer is hitting right now.
Hell yeah, right?
Yeah, but yeah, that's how it came about, though. Really, like, that was it. That was it. Really, just being like, you know what? They just sound so good, and I'm like, I'm so OCD with it, bro. Like, I listen to all my music, like 24/7. I'm listening, I'm taking notes, what I could have did better, this or that, and so to listen to this project from start to finish, it feels like, damn, like it all makes sense. It goes together, and I really hope and think that like when people listen to it, for fans who already fuck with me now or new people who are about to listen, I think they're gonna be like, okay, I'm rocking with him. Let's see what he's doing, what he has going on next.
Yeah. You know, there's people out there, because I was one of these people.
Yeah.
That like they don't listen to an album like start to finish. They kind of like pick and choose. Like they'll pick like.
Yeah, I do the same thing sometimes though.
Yeah, you can't do that though.
Yeah, I
so
know.
there's like a cool song name, or you like the feature, right? Or something.
Yeah.
That's the one you go to.
Yeah,
you can't do that. You can't do that because, and I've learned that now, right? I'm like, dude, no. Like you literally have to listen to songs 1, then 2, then 3.
Yeah.
And then you rate it all like as like a whole, because it is a work. That's why I asked too, like, what goes into like the top part is like, oh, this is part of it and this isn't.
And I think like even with this album, bro, I really like, we kind of talked about it earlier, you know, like Dom Kennedy and being so influenced from like West Coast music and stuff like that. I think I took a lot of inspiration from that kind of sound and music, and even like a Nipsey and all that kind of stuff. All that kind of went into like the sound and direction I took with this project. And like, I think as an artist, man, being able to do whatever, like if I wanted, I've been sitting on an R&B project for like 3 years. I just haven't dropped it. But it's like, I know I can do that. You know what I mean? So like, I'm just at that point where it's like, I'm just like it's tucked away, man. It's just like one of those things where it's like, I'm at that point, bro, where I'm just gonna start putting out this music, and you know, people enjoy it, you know, cool. If not, like I just keep having fun, and I think that's the beauty in it. Like you shouldn't be confined to one kind of like style. Like go crazy, you know, go crazy. So yeah, bro, I'm really excited. I think people are gonna fuck with it, and I'm gonna do a whole event. I'll kind of put that out more details as the time comes, but you know, we got the whole parking lot right here in front of the restaurant. I'm about to do a whole release party and let everybody know where we're bringing cars out and just start this culture, bro, where we're doing it annually, where like, you know, everybody comes out here, y'all can have food, we'll do some merch. I got some special appearances coming through. I got my homie Frederick Boom coming into town, and just like different people, man. I think it's gonna be dope. So I'm really excited to just kind of tie all that into the restaurant as well. Yeah. And I think that's what's different with this one too. Like for a long time I was chasing a record deal, and that's what I wanted, and then I realized it just snapped. I was like, I don't even want that shit, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm doing this for me.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Like everything's good. I own all my shit. Nobody can tell me what to do. We can do whatever we want, and it's a beauty in that. It's like the currency route. Like it's you know, it's, I don't know, just staying independent and doing that shit is just it's cool. Doing the first project where I don't gotta stress about deadlines and doing all this extra shit. So I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, Frederick Boom, you have that song with him. I'm a butcher.
Man, I got a couple songs. I got
it's called
I got Coop. I got Coop. That's my dog, man. Shout out to Freddie Boom, man.
If you haven't heard Coop, and this is coming from a reggaeton guy. Right? This is coming from like, this isn't what I normally listen to.
Bro.
So dude, that was fire.
That shit got some ass shaking vibes. I think that's why you like it. It's the claps.
That might be why. That might be why. But also try to tell him it's good. Yeah. That's just a single of yours.
Oh yeah. Man, I appreciate it, bro. A little more singing, more harmonizing. Yeah, man. Shout out to Freddie though. Shout out to my dog, man. He got a little chain right here, Arcade, man. Make sure y'all check out that. That's his brand. That's literally my fucking brother, man. Like that's my dog. Like there's a lot of people. I'm like 10 years in with bro. I've known him forever. And since the day we met, we've been locked in. And his music is amazing. And it's just dope, man. You know, when you meet people like that who work hard and really do this shit, and never switch sides and never act funny, you gotta cherish those people. So, you know, one time for bro. His album that he just dropped, Let Love In, was like, I want to say he dropped it a couple months back. He charted on iTunes, top 200 as well. Bro just got his first plaque. He's doing some amazing things as well. So make sure you gotta check him out for me, you know.
Yeah, bro. Speaking of plaques, I saw you got a plaque.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How do you feel like? All right, so first of all, I didn't even know you could get a plaque for that. Right?
Yeah.
But he got a plaque because his song was number 85.
Yeah, it was 85 on the charts, bro.
On the chart.
Yeah.
You gotta like kind of walk me through that moment. Like how do you like
Bro.
you know like
It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And like I was saying, fully independent.
yeah.
All my own money, my own team's money. When I say independent, I don't mean by myself. It's people that work with me as well that help a lot. Shout out to them. But no label, like literally just us doing it. It was amazing, bro. It was amazing. It's my second plaque. The first one we got was on Spotify for over 1 million streams on Build It Up, and even getting that one was fucking crazy. But to get one where you charted top 200,
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude.
and to hit 85, I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
like no
what the fuck?
small like.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And it's dope, man. I'm hoping we do the same thing for the album. I hope we chart again and we get another plaque. And that's the plan. That's the plan. And it's really just like the people who support and went and bought the album and pre-saved the album, or that single at least. It just made the numbers go crazy. So it was dope, man. It's cool. Every time I get a plaque, I always get 2. And I give one to my mom. So she got one at the crib. She got 2 plaques at the crib too. So I think sometimes she don't even understand like the severity.
Yeah.
It's a cool little like trophy piece on the wall when I go to my mom's crib. But my little brothers, they're getting a little older now too, and I think like they kind of see what's going on. Like they're like, oh, it's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to them because I sometimes I think they don't realize it, but they're getting older, and they're like, man, like you really do this shit. And I'm like, bro, this is like 10 plus years of doing this, like, I mean, I remember selling mixtapes at CLC, bro, like out the trunk and dropping out of CLC and shit. Yeah. Yeah, burning CDs, bro, going to fucking school and literally not going to any of my classes, just fucking selling CDs and shit for like $5. Or even if people didn't want to buy them, I would like be so desperate where I'd just be like, man, just take this. Like, follow me. Instagram like had just started low key. So it wasn't even really a big thing, but it was really just trying to get as much people to come out for events and that kind of stuff. And speaking of Freddie, that's kind of how we met, bro. Like being at CLC, selling CDs and stuff like that. I met him and I had these events and he came up and showed love and that was it, man. Really just being outside. And I think a lot of people see like what I do now with the restaurant or like music and the plaques, and they don't really realize like, man, there was times where nobody really was giving a fuck, like, and you really had to figure it out and get it. So it's dope though. It's dope. The journey is fire. It's fire. So I always tell people, just keep going.
Yeah. No, you're right about that, about the journey being fire. I feel like sometimes those are like we were talking about how we watch a bunch of podcasts. I'll watch a bunch of podcasts like people that are obviously established or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll talk about those times during the journey, like, oh, like I met so and so, or like we did this or that, and it just seems like almost reminiscent. Like we're reminiscing on like our childhood, like how we were earlier. It's like they reminisce on those days. So I feel like sometimes people like they get too caught up on like the goal that they forget to like cherish like the path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. And kind of like what we talked about earlier off camera a little bit. Really, just I was the same way, man. I was chasing that deal, and we talked about it earlier a little bit. And like I was so caught up in like getting a record deal, and I had a deal on the table, and I thought my life was going to change, and then some things didn't happen, and the deal fell off the table, and coming back home, I was like, bro, I was ready to come back home and quit my fucking job. And just like go crazy, man. I'm thinking like putting some money down on a crib, buying a house. Like I'm already spending the money in my head before it even happens.
So like when you're on leg 4.
You're on
leg 4 on a parlay.
You got one last leg on a parlay, bro, and you're already like that, fucking. The money's already spent before you fucking cash out or whatever. But and none of that happened, bro. And that shit like straight up fucked my head up, bro. Like literally broke my heart. I remember coming back home. I had a whole album done. I think this is like right around I dropped All in Good Time, and that was the album that I was going to the record labels pitching, and I was doing like some shit. I was pitching songs for like PNB Rock and just a whole bunch of people at Atlantic Records trying to like get some writing placements and shit. But yeah, man, the shit didn't happen, bro. Came back home and I was a little shook up a little bit, and I had to ask myself, do I even really want to do this shit? But then like that feeling never lasts long. They always snap out of it. It's like, bro, you're doing everything you're doing, man, keep going. So but those things are supposed to happen. You know?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Those hurdles and bumps are supposed to happen. So, hey, you know, we're here now. So
yeah, but that like obviously like had to have affected you like mentally, right? So how was it that you like managed to just bounce back? Like it's almost like you know, like I wouldn't say starting over, but in your head you think like, oh, I'm starting from zero when you're really not. But you just get in your own head so much. You're like, yeah, like all that shit was for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it felt like that, bro. Like it really did. It felt like I was like, damn, what the fuck am I doing? I do got to start all over. I got to get a budget right, the bag right, start all over. But man, it's really just figuring that shit out. Literally just figuring it out. I always tell people like, whatever it is that you want to do creatively, or even if it's not creatively, just stick to the plan. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes you might not know what you're doing. You know, that's okay. That's totally fine. I think that's what comes with the territory. So, yeah, bro, that's it. Coming back home, not knowing what the fuck to do, and I think I sat on that album for like, man, probably like 2 months after I got home, and I remember going to work, and I was like, man, fuck, I'm still at this job. Like I had this day job at the time, and I was like, man, I can't fucking do this shit, bro. I can't. But it's all good. It worked out, man. It worked out. I think I dropped that album. The numbers went pretty well. We did some good streams. I don't think we got any plaques off of it. Yeah, but the numbers did well and everything was cool. It was cool. I think consistency is important, bro. Yeah. Like I think that's really what's important. And I think quality over quantity, not to contradict myself, but it's like put out good work at a good rate, and I think people will gravitate towards that. And I think that's it. Don't stress it. Don't stress it. For anybody that's like starting off, it's like, don't stress that shit. Yeah, you got to come up with some money. Don't have people fool you. You do need some money. You know, figure it out. It's you know, marketing money for the pod, for whatever. Like, you know, nothing is just going to happen, but just stick to it. I mean, that's
no, that's honestly, that's like the best advice is just stick to it. Because, not to get like very like motivational and shit, you know what I mean? But like, there's something that I heard that it's like, oh, like you always gotta remember your why, like why, you know, like that's important because sometimes people like instead of their why, they're like looking at like their what, like what do I want, you know? It's like no, it's like dude, you gotta first realize why you want it.
That's a good one though,
you know, you put that first, because when you're not getting what you want, it's like you go back to like why do I want it, and then it like motivates. You know what I mean? It's like I'm getting very motivational and shit, you know. But like
no, it's real shit though.
That is some real shit. Yeah.
I'm literally just obsessed with this shit. Like I enjoy dropping music. I love that feeling. I love creating it. I love having an idea and releasing it and seeing how people gravitate towards it. And I also like sometimes you gotta take an L. I love taking an L. I love fucking proving people wrong. Like you know. There was times I was going down to the city and doing different shows and like going to the Hard Rock or whatever, and like I'm not gonna say no names or nothing like that, but bro, like you know, you do this shit for so long, you see people come and go, you see people come and try to do this shit because they think it's fun or it's cool, and they just phase out. You overlap people, you know, don't no disrespect, but it's like the work is there, bro. Like when you really work. And you look up, like, you could look up my discography and look up all the songs and all the shit that we've done. It's like, and we have so much to go, you know? So I think, like, and it's a sport, too. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is a sport, like, and it's just like, for you to not want to be good at what you do, well, then why are you doing it? You know, like, you know, that's kind of how I feel about it. And that's with anything. Whether it's a podcast, your business, whatever, you know? Friendly competition, you know?
Yeah, but you're right, because, like, we're looking at it as, like, technically, right, these aren't sports, right?
Right.
But you have to look at it through that lens, because it's like, man, like, why was Kobe great? Like, why was, like, you know, because, bro, they would, like, eat, breathe, sleep, like,
hell yeah.
You know, they were crazy, super competitive, like, fuck, dude.
Locked in, bro.
Locked the fuck in,
locked in. And locked in. And I'm at that point right now, too, like, musically, like, my music career, where it's like, I'm not forcing anything. I think I'm at peace with a lot of shit, bro. I'm like, I just, you know, I've been doing this so long, and I still enjoy it and I love it, but I'm not stressed about certain things like I used to be, and I've done so much. So it's like, man, just putting out good music and you know, that's it, bro. Seeing what I could do with this restaurant, thinking about getting a food truck, really just start going crazy, man. I want to start doing these shows and go to a city, do a show, and I'm pulling up the food truck, and everybody can come kick it with me and shit like that. So just thinking of different ways. I think music is like the avenue, right? The first lane, but like once it clicks and you figure out how to branch off and do all these other things, and you have like this umbrella of things. That's it. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I think nowadays, bro, like anybody who owns a business understands it's so hard to find people who actually want to work and that you can trust.
Yeah,
and I think that's killer, bro. That's killer. It's tough finding people who actually want to work and people that you can trust. So when I get people who I hire and come by or whatever, and they just want to work to get a little bit of money here and there, I get it. They're not going to be there long term, but when I do find somebody who's sticking around long term, oh man, I really do cherish that shit, like, because you appreciate those people, like, nothing, it's a well-oiled machine. You gotta have people who are all invested, and if you take care of those people, I think you're straight. And I think that's what comes with being a good boss. Like, I just like, even when I'm here at the restaurant, like making sure everybody here feels like family, man, that's so important to me, bro. I think like letting people know that they're appreciated, taking care of them, and just treating them good. That's important. Any job I've had where like anyone's made me feel comfortable, I'm thugging it out, even when we have bad days, you know?
Yeah.
And that's important. I've had shitty fucking jobs. I've had terrible jobs, bro, where you're just like, they don't give a fuck if I'm here or not. You know what I'm saying? They can find somebody else. And that's just not a good feeling, man. It's not a good feeling. So I try to shy away from that, and I try to make people feel super welcome and shit. But the other side of that, some people want to take advantage of that shit as well. So it's kind of finding that right balance, you know?
You know what though, like the biggest takeaway, like at least for me, right? Like I hope like people can see it through the camera is like you're good people, bro.
Oh
like,
man, I appreciate that,
you're
bro.
good people. Like
I appreciate that.
Like some kind of I can touch on is like, man, like you gave me like your time of day, like
sure,
it was nothing like like I feel like I forgot these cables, right? Had to rush home, go get them, like. You know, you were patient, like.
Oh, I appreciate you telling me that. Thank you. Like, I feel the same way because when you came in here and we chopped it up before we did the pod, I could tell the energy was good, man. And I really don't even do podcasts like that on some real shit. And it has to make sense. I have to feel comfortable, and I'm a big energy guy. Like, it just has to make sense, man. Like, you know, when you're around somebody who's like, it's not really feeling right.
Yeah, it's not clicking. Like, no.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that shit, man. You know, it has to make sense. So. Thank you for that, and I feel the same way. Like I appreciate you, and I appreciate the format. Everything you're doing is dope, man. So I'm gonna give you your flowers right now. Like I think it's about to go far, man. Like I'm excited to be a part of it. You know, we can come back and do another podcast in like 2 years when you're going crazy or whatever. You know.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro, man.
Yeah.
Speak that.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. For sure. We home studio and shit. Come on, man. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
For sure. But what's up? We get a bad rep, you saying?
Yeah, bro. I feel like Waukegan gets a bad rap, man. That shit, you know, from being out here, you know, it's mostly minorities out here.
Yeah.
And I feel like we get a better rap, man. Like, cause bro, I remember going to job interviews growing up, and like job interviews like out west or you know in other areas, whatever, outside, like further out of Lake County, and I'll tell them I'm from Waukegan, and the look that they give you, like they don't even want to hire you.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is fucking nuts. So I remember one time I had an interview and the lady was like, oh my God, you live in Waukegan, like how is that? I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, I'm like, bitch, what do you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the homeless people out here and the panhandling and all that kind of stuff, I mean, man, it is what the fuck it is. It's worse. You know, I literally grew up right here. Like, my aunt lived up the street. My best friend growing up lived behind the car wash right here. I know all the homies at the car wash. I know the people at the bar next door, the little spot next. Like, it's a cool little community out here, but I think it gets a bad rap, man, you know, because people come here and they see the homeless people or whatever the case may be, and it's like, man, just stop. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know, like, I'm gonna give them a couple dollars or some food every now and then.
Most of these guys, though, like, they're aware of the fact that they're like fucking up, you know, it's just like they can't get away from it, you know, which is fucked.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, damn, that's just sad, bro, straight up.
You said that for the longest you felt like you were running away from the town, like you were trying, you know?
Yeah,
and
bro,
like
I forgot to talk about that.
And now you're kind of like, dude, like why was I running away from it? And it's like,
you're right though, you're right.
You know
I'm glad you brought that up. It's true, bro. For a long time, I thought it wasn't cool that like, you know, my family had a restaurant in Waukegan, and I didn't even really, like, a lot of people didn't even know I was out here. A lot of people just thought I was in the city or in New York or LA or whatever. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I was running away from the community. I thought it wasn't cool, you know what I mean? And it just clicked, bro. It just made sense. I'm like, man, I'm here. You know, when we had the bar, being out here dealing with drunk people and whatever, just being in the community and being here for taking over here and being here for like 4 years now, it's really a cool little tight-knit community. And I don't know, you gotta embrace it, man, where you came from. And like I said earlier, I used to ride my bike up and down the street from here, like, these little shorties I used to mac on and have little dates on up the street at fucking Taco Bell, you know what I'm saying? With like $10 to my name and shit like that. And I just think it's dope. I think there's more people we gotta have more people like that in the community. And I think like giving back and being a positive influence on the community, I think that's important. And I'm not sure when it happened or when it clicked, but it clicked. And so like I was saying earlier, as far as with the events that I want to do in the parking lot, bringing people out. I mean, I might bring a fucking bouncy house out here for the kids and shit. You know what I mean? Just doing some dope shit for the community, and I think that's important. And I don't know, I think like that's a younger mentality, being young and being like, it's not cool to still be like in the area that you grew up and shit. But it's like, nah, man, we just talked about it. This place has had a bad rap. Like, man, fuck that shit. Like, there's great people that live in Waukegan. You know what I mean? There's great people that live in North Chicago. Like, it's all good. You know what I mean? So I enjoy it. And I think a lot of people too might be like, well, you know, his family had a restaurant. Like, they might try to take some things away from me, musically speaking. But man, we got this shit out the mud, bro. Like, nobody put money in my pocket to drop music, to run the record labels, to do this shit. I mean, I put the work in. Like, if anybody wants to feel some type of way, that's totally on them. Like, the work is there. You know what I mean? And I feel like people will always feel some type of way when you're consistent. That's on them, bro. That's on them. As far as like spreading positivity and putting out good music, and even music aside, just being good and kind to people.
Right.
That's all that matters, bro.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So you can't say nothing about that. You know what I mean? You can't. So that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
Yeah. Well, bro, I can't even lie. Like, I'm very like excited for those events you got coming up.
Yeah,
like,
for sure, bro.
You know, you said sometime in the summer you're dropping your
June.
album too.
Maybe Father's Day weekend. For sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, bro. Like, trust me, I'm looking forward to that. Like, I hope everybody else is too.
Appreciate
and I really feel, bro, like we could talk for like.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I've already been here for a while, man. We can do a little part 2 or something, but
yeah, for sure, bro. It's like, it's like you like. They're just people you run into that you feel like you can talk to like forever, and I feel like you're one of those people, man. So like, I can't thank you enough, man, for coming on and like sharing like a little piece of who you are with everybody.
Thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate it, real shit, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Till next time, right?
Yeah, till next time. Exactly. So, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for coming on, bro. And fucking,
appreciate y'all.
Hey, till next time.
Yes, till next time. At Jay Lifted on everything. Jay Lifted on Instagram. I'm not even on Twitter like that, but Instagram, Spotify, iTunes. It's one word. I think everybody gets that fucked up. It's Jay Lifted. Just
they
one
try
thing.
To do 2 words?
Yeah, they put Jay and Lifted. It's not like that. Maybe that's my fault, but I was already too young when I came up with that name, and we can't change it now, so.
Man, like I said, can't appreciate you enough, man. And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back here, try the food.
Hell yeah.
And like, see what's up with that.
Hell yeah, we're gonna get you right, man. Some stew chicken, some oxtails, we're gonna get you right.
Yeah. And if you're from around, which you probably are, come visit, man. Stop by, see my guy Jay.
Come say what up. If you told me y'all saw this episode on the pod, I'll give you a discount on whatever you guys are getting that day. So pull up. I got y'all.
Yeah. 0.1% off. No, no taxes.
Right. I'll take 5% off your meal. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but yeah, man, definitely stop by, show my guy some love.
Appreciate
and his album, man. Keep an eye out for that, because like, if a reggaeton lover can appreciate that, then fucking you can too. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all and appreciate you, bro, once more. And
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Till next time, man.
Yes. Hell yeah, bro. Man. I appreciate you. That shit was flowing, dog.
Hey, bro.
I appreciate you.
This was a vibe, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.